We're recording. Yay!
Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? It means time for the VSC.
No VSC on mine.
No, but she hasn't made a little sticky note like mine. Hello, virtual
I thought about
channel. What?
I thought about it, and then
And then you had knitting to do. So
Actually, I thought about it like 5 seconds ago, and have no post.
Welcome to the Sun Dragon Side by Side show. I am Rebecca, owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina, and Liz is dropping her phone.
I'm Liz, the minion, telecommuting into work at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
There you go. Yep. Okay. And Wednesday, we like to highlight some of the products in the shop, some of the things you can get. So I usually make Liz start. So Liz, what do you want to talk about first?
Well, so we both we're both doing Papillons out of the same fibers. I'm double stranding and Rebecca is not. Rebecca has her gorgeous one there, and there is mine, the edge up in the 20s. Hers is section 1.
I'm on big section 1. I just finished small section 10. Anyway, so we're both using one main color and one contrasting color, like the littler skinny lines in this. I think Liz is going to talk about the skinny line yarn first.
Yes, my skinny line is quinoa. Rebecca's is also, but she's single stranding and I am double stranding. And she has yummy colors. I have my quinoa right there. Quinoa is a textured cotton. It's a DK weight. It is 175 yards per ball that we sell for $9.
Yes, $9.
And we have lots of nifty colors in it. You can use it by itself. Rebecca's wearing a scarf, a shawl, cowl thing.
Shawl.
It's a shawl, but she's got it twisted like a cowl that's made entirely out of quinoa. It's really fun. If you look real close, you can see all the little nubbies where it's textured. The fiber content is 91% cotton with 9% nylon. It recommends for knitting a US 6 or a 7, and for crochet an H hook. So, yeah.
I'm showing off some colors here. We have lots of colors. How much we have of each color is questionable. I'm going to try to put these up on the website, the shop site later today. And let's see, I have 4 more colors. Here's 2.
I have the dark teal as well that I was going to make a shawl out of.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
And here's some of the fun spring colors. So
those are new.
I know. So the shawl that I am wearing is also on the back of their book from the original publication of it. Unfortunately, this red is no longer available. It is discontinued. But
why discontinue red yarn? I have no idea.
Right? This book has so many fun things in it. I have 4 copies of it left. If you're buying enough for a whole project, I would be willing to throw in the book for free. I've had a couple of knitters make this gorgeous guy. Let me see. There's a little capelet. There's a crossback fun thing. If you contact us, we can tell you how many skeins are needed. This is the one I've always wanted to make. I think that is gorgeous.
Just so gorgeous.
It takes a bajillion balls, but it's really, really pretty.
That's the downside, is that it's 50-gram balls, so they're little.
This one, the one I'm wearing is called, I got the tag on it, let me see. A lot of these are available on Ravelry too. Caravel. And Haverhill is a newly published pattern, a knit one. Most of these patterns are knit. I'm sure there's patterns they've published for crochet, but we don't have them available right now. But So that's quinoa. Quinoa is really fun, and you know, summer, spring, something lightweight, perfect. Mine on this has they're calling it lavender. It's kind of a medium gray, but they're calling it lavender. Maybe there's a hint of purple in it.
It has the slightest bit of purple if you look at it in the right light.
So that's quinoa, and then the other yarn we're both using, mine's the tealy blue and yours is the purple, is one from Mirasol called Kancha. Not like the conch shell, but Kancha. And this thing is really kind of cool. I have another shawl here. There's a shawl pattern that I think is only takes 2. Look at this thing. This is the sample they sent us.
Huge.
Huge. Awesome. Because there's a ton of yardage on this Kancha. Here is that shawl in a pretty picture on the pattern. Those are free. These are free with yarn purchase too, if you purchase enough for a pattern. Here's one that is knit one way and then the other. You pick up stitches along the edge. I have always kind of wanted to make this guy. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. Cute, cute, cute little short sleeve number if you want to make a cardigan. Haven't gotten around to it yet because, you know, Papillons are taking up all my days. And I love it. But here's the cool thing about the Kancha. So I'll show you the tag. What? If I can hold it steady. If you take a look at the texture of this guy, there are 2 strands that are plied together, and one strand is wool and one strand is Pima cotton. And you might think, ooh, wool. Nope, I don't want to do that. It's summertime. But it is this soft, lofty wool. And it's actually merino wool. I'm looking at the tag now. 50% superfine merino lamb's wool, 50% cotton. And the 2 strands take the color in different ways, which is part of why it has this tonal quality to it. So this is a nice, like, blue-gray neutral.
Which is what the ginormous shawl is made out of.
Ginormous one. We've got another neutral that's in browns. It's gonna make a pile. I am using this lovely tealy blue. Again, it's very light. These are very light colors. I love it. Liz is using the purple, which has some streaks of brighter purple in it. Really pretty.
Which, here's how it, like, it's doubled, but you can still see the pops.
We've got a coral. We also have more of kind of a raspberry pink. And we've got, I really love this color. This is a peachy coral. It's a different type of coral, mostly peach. A little bit of yellows in there. And this color I was thinking about because we were thinking about a Luna moth with this, right? And honestly, Carol thinks it's more of a ghost moth. This might be more of the Luna moth colors. It's got some yellows and greens in it. I couldn't find a good contrast in the quinoa to go with it. So I'm going with my other colors instead. This runs $22.50 a skein.
But it's got 437 yards on it.
Yeah, it's considered a DK as well, but it's a pretty thin DK. Or you can let it fluff up when you knit with it. I'm knitting my piece on a 7. And you're double stranding on what, 10?
I'm double stranding it on a 10 and a half.
10 and a half. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It works up just absolutely.
There's just a bajillion yards on it. Like I've done, okay, so I've done all of this. I'm still on my first skein. And I feel like I haven't weighed it. That's our magic thing for figuring out how much yarn we've used. But look how much I have left still. I've got tons of this yarn left. So I will keep you updated with how far I make it stretch. The fingering weight shawl of the butterfly, I'm losing track of things this morning. It takes like a skein and a half of fingering weight yarn. I'll let you know how much I use of this thicker.
because you went up a size needle, you might only need 2.
I think I might only need 2, which is kind of cool, which is what you'd have to buy the fingering weight anyway. So.
I'm double stranding, and I'm already over halfway through the last section, and I'll be breaking into a 4th ball, but not by much. Like, it's really great bang for your buck.
Cool.
Yeah.
So those are some summery spring yarns that we thought y'all be interested in. We're really enjoying them. Liz was saying, for the notion we're about to show off, Liz was knitting a little with her Prym needles, her double point, and she went, "Oh my gosh, this yarn is not as soft as the Kancha." So what we are highlighting as our notion today are the Prym Ergonomic needles in straights and double points. When they came out a few months ago, maybe a year.
Yeah,
it's been a little while. They were. I'll show you the little picture on the advertising. They were saying it's a revolution in knitting. Knitting has been the same for thousands of years, and now we have a revolution in it. The straight ones they all have these things they call hook tips. Now, it doesn't mean there's an actual hook on the end of it, but it helps you hook your yarn. The straight ones have
fantastic for double stranding.
Okay, we'll go over a lot of that in a second. All of them have a triangular shape. If you did a cross section of them, they have flat sides where you hold them. It's supposed to be easier for moving your stitches and be more comfortable on your hands. And the straight ones have these click ends to them too. Yeah, Liz is showing, you can see the angle when the light hits it there. And then these click tips are awesome for the non-double points. So Liz, why don't you talk about your double points a little bit?
So there's my hook tip. Can you see it?
Don't hold it quite so close because then it's not in focus. Yeah, that'll be better.
There we go. Right in here. It really helps with if you're double stranding yarn, or if you have splitty yarn, you're able to slide your tip up on the inside of the stitch easier, and like it just slides up and holds everything out of the way and then pulls everything right back through.
Really hard for me to show on this, but as I'm pulling this one back through, that little bubble on the end of it actually catches it and helps pull it back through. I remember when I first saw these needles, I said, I like my pointy needles. This is what is this? I'm not gonna, and they're plastic. Why would I carry plastic needles in my shop? And I love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They middle of the row or end of the row. Here's the cool thing about the straight ones. If you slide the work down on either needle, and this is the click end of it. So pointy end, not pointy end. You can click them in place on both ends, and they're natural stitch stoppers. Your work won't fall off. I know my work right now looks like a hot mess because it's in the middle, but you know it's extra great if you're at the end of a row. Look flat.
I've done whole gnome hats, my long hats on them. They're lightweight, so even my size 11s don't feel wonky.
That's
when
the thing.
I'm playing with them. Love them. I took them to Comic-Con last year because you couldn't take any metal or wood that was pointy regardless, because no weapons, whatever. And I could take my Pryms to Comic-Con because they're not wood or metal, they're not pointy, and everybody left me alone while I was knitting.
Not considered a weapon. Fantastic. Well, in certain circumstances. Anyway, so the double points, they're longer than a lot of traditional double points. They're 8 inches, but they're light, like Liz was saying, they're lightweight because they're plastic. The straights only come in 14-inch, which might feel really long too. Like I was just having to hold it up like this to show you and not whack the table. But the same thing, they are, they're lightweight. so they don't feel heavy. Like wood and metal needles can feel heavy, and they hold your stitches really well. I am helping my my 10-year-old niece and my 13-year-old nephew. I'm helping them make white squirrels, which I'll go grab in a second. It's a pattern that requires use of double points, and size 4 double points, no less, because it's worsted weight yarn. Yeah, which Liz doesn't believe in, but it's worsted weight yarn and thinner needles for tighter stitches, so the stuffing works. It doesn't show through. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, someone younger than high school age on really small double points. I don't know. Well, they're doing fantastic, both of them. And part of that is they're smart cookies. And part of that is these hook tips are really, really wonderful. I'm going to go grab that squirrel real quick. They're also affordable.
There's what? Oh, yes, they're affordable.
This is the little guy that they're making, and there's like short rows in here, and there's knitting in the round for little things, and they are making awesome progress. Yes, I was mentioning they are affordable. So
they are cheaper, more inexpensive than the Brittany bamboo wood stuff.
These, for example, size 10 straight needles, just about $8. And then the double points, they might run less or more depending on their thickness. These are size 8s, and they're $9.25 for 5 of them. Packaging, if you're ordering from us and we're mailing it to you, if we don't put it in a box, the packaging is the only downside about these. I find the packaging doesn't hold up in terms of staying in a nice box shape. There's a potential for the packaging to get damaged, but you know, it's sleek, it's showing it off. Yay! But I love these needles, absolutely love them. Great for teaching. If the shape didn't wig people out so much when they're learning to throw something else new at them, I would be teaching everybody on these. Another downside I would say about these is they don't come in every size. So, and they come in different sizes on double points and on straights. You might find that it's available in a double point, but not a straight size. Part of that is they make them like in every millimeter, and only in the really popular sizes they might go to the 1/2 millimeter too. So like there's a size 7 double point, but I don't think there's a size 7 straight. There's like 8s, 10s, 6s, 4s, a 1 and a 2 because they're different enough, but those are also with German sizing, so they're a little different. We could talk about it if you call the shop, or if you look online, be careful of the millimeter size. But for the most part, these are my go-to if I need to be doing double points or if I need to do anything on straight needles. I made 4 or 5 pairs of socks for my family for Christmas last year on these double points. They've gotten a lot of mileage out of them, and I love them, and I will keep using them when I'm using double points if they're available in the right size. Anyway, so
they're my go-to for hats. Like I magic loop or 2 circular socks or sleeves, but for hats, even my gnome ones that start at my head and go to my toes, Pryms.
Yep.
Prym.
So I will work later today. I have to put out the email about our mask extender challenge. I'm going to get the pattern out to everybody because not all the links worked on yesterday's email. I'm going to send out an email, and I'll copy this all to social media, I bet, too, Facebook and Instagram. I am going to get combos together for Casa Pinka's local yarn store in Absentia Day that starts this weekend. And then I'm going to try to get all we've talked about today, the quinoa, the concha, and the Pryms up on my website. But if you don't see it on the shop site and you would like to order some, call the shop tomorrow on Thursday. All right? So I think that's going to be it for us today because I got a lot to do, and taking stuff to the post office this morning took longer than I thought.
What?
No, thanks.
No.
But we hope everyone is staying safe. And let us know what else you might like to see profiled, and we'll see what we can do. And we will see you all tomorrow when we get back to the straight up side-by-side show, right? So
much fun.
So much fun. Thank y'all for watching us today. Subscribe, like, share, watch it as many times as you can stomach, all that good stuff. So I forget, Liz, do you have a sign off maybe?
Not for the VSC, I don't think.
So there's no
I don't know.
just, have a good day. We miss you. We love you.
We miss you.
Well. Bye.
Bye.